All right, so today is Saturday, August 1st, and here's what I got done this week. So, as you can see, I got the doors mounted up, and I think they're in their final resting position. I've just got to take them off to paint them. But this was a little bit of a trickier maneuver than, well, not tricky, but a little bit more time-consuming maneuver than I was originally expecting. There's a lot of sanding to get everything to fit properly. There's a little bit of interference between, let's see if you can see the paint kind of wearing there because it rubs on the canopy. And so you're kind of balancing between, of course, the door has to fit, you know, properly onto the canopy. And of course you don't want any interference when you close it. So I did have to sand away some of my paint there, and I'll just go back and touch it up later. But I got it to work pretty good, I think. And it latches, and so the latches hold nice and tight, and the doors mount up nice and flush. So one of the things that I had to do that I kind of messed up was the gas strut shock thing comes inflated with nitrogen to its maximum pressure, and then you would release using that little Allen set screw. You just release a little pressure at a time, and until it's the appropriate pressure. The problem is if you go too far, you can't ever add pressure. And you see, I went too far here on this door. Once again though, it latches, and everything's good. You could see over here where I had to kind of grind out a little bit of my door to get the latch to open far enough so that it is able to swing out so that it can clear the little striker plate there. It takes a lot of maneuvering, and so when I take that door back off, I'll just clean off that last little pointy remnant there and just clean it up and touch up the paint. But yeah, I had to order a new strut here for this door. For this other door, I'll show the operation. And it just opens itself. So that one's right. And even still, I'm not quite sure because I've got to add the window still. And when I add the window, it's going to add a little bit of weight. So hopefully I left enough pressure in this one so that it's able to work. So then the exciting part of the week, well, before I get to that, I didn't end up trimming my cowling. I said I was going to in the last video, but I don't have the tool for installing the cam locks. So I ordered that, and I'm gonna wait for that to come in before I get too deep with that, because I won't be able to proceed. And I like to kind of get things done in one swoop if I can. And this kept me busy for long enough. But because of that, it kind of freed me up to work on the panel a little bit more. And so I think I'm done. So I worked for a good amount of time, just neatening everything up for one last thing. I put the dash in and out just too many times because I've mentioned in other videos, the bottom part of the dash over there and the bottom part of the dash here were causing it to kind of pinch, and it made this centerpiece bow inwards. And of course that doesn't work to have a nice flat dashboard. And so I just took it in and out several times and slowly ground away the back side of the dash on each side, left and right here. And so yeah, while that was, you know, once I got it, it all came together nice and clean. And then I've put the panel in. This will be the last time I put the panel in before I'm gonna pull it out one last time, and then I've got to, then it'll be in forever. One last time I've got to just connect those tubes and neaten a couple last things up in the back and drill my holes over right there to permanently affix the dash, as well as in between the dash and the front top skin that's underneath. You have to block it off kind of about right here, so that when you turn your defrost on, it doesn't just blow hot air into your panel. But yeah, so this came together. It took a good long time to figure out exactly how to get everything to talk to each other. But the harness that I got came with a good amount of documentation for wiring diagrams and everything. And then you can look, and every RS-232 and AirInc 429 in and out port is labeled in red on this. And so then you just kind of go through in your setup for your panel there, and you just go through each individual thing and kind of go through the setup as the paper tells you. So, I mean, there's not really anything super exciting. I can show you that the comm radio transmits, but my battery's a little low for that. I got the transponder is all dialed in, everything's communicating. My transponder antenna is not on and my GPS antenna is not on. So it doesn't really get any of the data. Also, of course, the engine's not on, so it's going to give me all the errors on the engine monitor stuff. But I've got my dimmers fixed. I had that issue before, and man, it doesn't show how dark it is, but they get super dark. The camera really picks it up. Anyway, so the dimmer now goes, instead of from 100 to 85 or whatever percent, it goes from 100 down to 10% all the way. What else can I say? I think that's just about it for this week. But the progress on the panel is cool. I mean, it's nice to take a step back, and this is exactly what it'll look like to be flying this aircraft. So that's pretty rewarding, and I think it looks really great. I'm really happy with the carbon fiber, and so yeah, I think that's the update for this week, and have a good weekend, everybody.